Hey guys, there was a new update today for Black Ops 3, and it was only issued to PS4 and Xbox One. PC has not gotten this update yet, and there might be a reason for it, and I'll go over that in just a moment. It's version 1.21, and on PS4, it's about 1.3 gigabytes. When the update was first issued, we didn't have any information about it, but shortly after Treyarch, put out the patch notes, and they really didn't say much. It said that they only updated multiplayer, and it said, this game update addresses a number of general performance and security issues. Again, it was only for multiplayer, and it was very vague. Even though the patch notes don't say a whole lot, people are speculating that there's going to be some hidden weapons that you can unlock in the supply drops. If that's the case, then people could start expecting to see these guns pop up in the supply drops tomorrow at like 10 a.m. Pacific time. They would issue a type of hotfix that would make them available, and then they would start showing up. In the past, people were able to see these hidden weapons that they had added with these updates by going into the menus, and I think going on local or something like that, doing a glitch, and they could see the hidden weapons. There have been people that have tried the same glitch method and nothing is showing up. So either Treyarch has fixed that glitch where people can't see these hidden weapons, or they didn't add anything at all. What's interesting though is they have not issued this update for PC yet, and if they did, people would be able to get into the game files and actually extract the information and see what was hidden. So that could be a clue that yeah, they do have something hidden in this update and they don't want us finding it. It's been almost 6 weeks since they added the last weapons, and that was back on February the 6th. The size of that update was 1.8 gigabytes, and they had added the PPSH and the M16. Today's update was almost 1.4 gigabytes, so it's pretty close to the last size when they did actually add guns. There's been some speculation in the community that one of the hidden weapons could be the MP7 SMG. I normally don't cover this type of information if it's regarding multiplayer, the update, or guns that are going to be in the supply drop, but after this update was issued, a lot of people were questioning and speculating, oh, this is, something for DLC 5. This is definitely not what that is based on what's happened in the past. If this was some type of DLC or map pack, you would have to go in and manually download it. It's not going to be a forced update or a hotfix that you have to take. And maybe that's obvious to most people, but again, I just wanted to make this video because I thought, well, I'll go over what this update could possibly be and, discuss that no, it's probably not DLC 5 content. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is this tweet that Bill Stillwell posted recently, and he's one of the leads at Xbox. And this is about that very, talked about topic of Black Ops 2 being backwards compatible for Xbox One. This guy here is definitely in the know about the subject, and he said no BC releases today, but the week isn't over. More importantly though, a message that might help explain the state of things today. I was reading this and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. I had suspected that this would be the reason why we don't see Black Ops 2 yet for backwards compatibility. He goes on to say that Twitter is a great medium, but often hard to use to properly answer a complex topic. Lately, he says, there has been another surge in the "We want Black Ops 2" tweets, with lots of continued angst and concern over why there is no answer. Combined with the lull in releases for BC overall, I wanted to give more context directly, hence the wordy reply. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I'll just go over some of the important things that he said. In the middle of the speech, he said, releasing a big popular game, even as a re-release into the BC program, is a heavily orchestrated event. And here's the really important thing that he says, publishers often have target dates that coincide with other initiatives such as sales or related titles, and they want to maximize the release. We also have long-term business relationships and want them to continue to deliver great new games to the consoles for many years. It makes no sense to jeopardize that business relationship for a short-term boost. In the end, he basically says that he's not going to be telling anybody when Black Ops 2 is actually coming to backwards compatibility. The tweet definitely addresses some of the more popular titles, but he seems to be really kind of focusing on the people that are screaming at him saying they want Black Ops 2. Everybody wants answers and they want to know why, and he definitely gave an answer in here. And was he talking specifically about Black Ops 2? Probably. He basically says that publishers, have target dates for these backwards compatibility release times, and they want to maximize the release, and sometimes they have other things going on that could either help it or interfere with it. And they, again, they do want to maximize the release and try to make as much money as they can from it. Assuming he's, addressing the Black Ops 2 issue because he's been compelled to make a 7-paragraph tweet, trying to address the people that are coming after him, I would assume that, yeah, he's answering the question right here. And if he is, he's talking about Activision being the publisher, and that the Black Ops 2 backwards compatibility is, a release that's going to coincide with other initiatives. And that's the reason why they're they're withholding it because they want to maximize the release of this, and there could be something else that they're going to do along with it or something that could interfere with it. Black Ops 1 and World at War have already been released, so they've already done licensing type of agreements and stuff. There's no reason to withhold Black Ops 2 unless there is something that they're going to do with it or something that is going to interfere. Obviously, we don't know that answer yet, and I'm not going to get into like speculating on that. He talks about that publishers will withhold them because they want to maximize the sales and maybe do other sales or do other related titles to help it. Well, this one doesn't need any help. It's gonna like do really well. It's the highest rated one. The release of Black Ops 2 and backwards compatibility is a threat. It's a threat to other things that maybe, Activision want to try to sell. Obviously, the guy can't say that, or say too much, but that's the reality of it. If Black Ops 2 backwards compatibility wasn't such a threat, they would have already released it, and they certainly don't need to help maximize its sales. So what is it that this is threatening? Hopefully one day we'll have the real answer, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next video.
https://tinyurl.com/jhday30